Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today we're going to do part 2 of the page we're working in on this book. We're doing the little hams with the bed in it. Kind of following a little bit of this picture here, but I don't know if I'm going to get all these little details on the bed sheet. This I was looking at, it's like leaves that are round, pointed, and fluffy, and I don't know if I have that much patience to do that. Today we're going to do all the little leaves, and I thought I'd do them in the tombos. So what I did was grab 3 tones of green and the colorless blender. I'm going to put the colors down on this Caran d'Ache board on the shiny side. For some reason I'm saving those colors for something. And I'm just going to lay down the 3 tones of green, and then we're going to kind of mix them and just make kind of a watercolor effect on this. Now, on the first video, I did the fingers, and I did these 3. Didn't really notice that one till late. And then I did these, and I thought this was a finger here, but it's not. These are the 4 fingers and the thumb. So I tried to erase the Copic that I put in here. But Copic, is a marker that's not going to erase. So I started putting in a little background back here. So I thought if I worked on the leaves, that wouldn't look as bad as it does right now. So we have 3 tones of green. This is the darkest, and that is number 312. That's a nice light color. And that is 192. And this is 228, which is an olive color. I mean, they're all kind of... Let me try to get these in order I put them down. Nice colors of green. So we're just going to go in and pick up one of these colors with the colors blender and go find a leaf and put some of that color down. And if we want to darken it, we're going to darken it with a little bit of that color. And maybe add another bit of color in there. Okay. So yeah, just dip it in, lay it down, mix them up a little bit. It's a little bit of fun. Thought this would save me from a bunch of pencil work too. So yeah, that'll work out. Could probably get you down a little closer so you can see it a little better, but all I'm doing is picking up two different colors and then using what's on the tip of the pen here just to get rid of all the rest of the color. And that'll give us our different colored green leaves. Okay, I mean we have 100 of these, so hold on a moment. Get you down a little closer so you can see. So it doesn't matter which color you pick up. The three tones go nicely together. And that's why I picked them. And just put color on them. They've got a nice little shading bit in there already. And they're small enough to just accept a little bit of the color. And turn into green leaves. If you want to give them a little more variation, just go back in and plop down a little bit more color. Down here towards the bottom. And up here towards the top. We're almost done. This did make it a lot easier than trying to do it in pencil. Just making sure I got them all. Some are a little lighter than others, so I can't see the color on them. Okay, I think I got them all. Okay, we're going to take a little brown out and let's see, the number is 992. And we're going to add just a little bit of brown in some of these. It's like the ones in the back that need a little shading. Just to add a little depth to these. Pencil's making noise on the desk. There, I think that just added enough different color in there. Take a little of that and put it in here too. There's a leaf here I didn't get green. Okay. I don't know, I'll be probably inking that, so I don't need to do too much of that. Let's see what to do about that blanket. Okay, we got the gray pen out. This is N95. It's a light gray. And we're just going to touch up some of these little areas back behind the pillow, give it a little more shadowing. Get a little hair on the tip of that. Get rid of. Okay, then we're going to get a pencil out. We're going to use the cold gray number 2 here. And just add a little bit more of a shadow that's a little lighter, because I can adjust the pressure I'm putting on the pencil. Okay, bring in a little bit of the blue tones that we used in the pillows up here. This is the dark indigo. I'm going to outline these pillows here. Shadow the ones in the back in blue. Okay, then I'm going to add a little of this indigo down here into the blanket. Kind of going over the gray lines that we already have here. And starting to turn this little blanket into a blue blanket. Very lightly using the blue. Okay, get kind of a blue look to it. Still haven't decided if I want to put the designs in there. If I do, that'll probably be done off camera because I don't think I can do that real well. Indanthrene blue here is the other colorways down here. It's a brighter blue. We're going to go in with that. Kind of in the lighter areas. Again, using very light pressure on the pencil. Put this in the pillows behind too. Okay, I'm going to bring in, somewhere on this desk is white, but I'm thinking, let's see how this will work. Bring in the buff titanium that I used in the hands. See how it'll work on the blue here. Just to soften it up a little bit and help blend it. And that'll take all the blue and the grays. Gonna have to put some white in here too, so trying not to put too much pressure on this, which was kind of hard for me anyway, so it'll bring out the lighter blue in there. May not have been my best bet, but that's what I was going to do. Never used it on any other color than the skin tones. I'm going to bring in the Holbein white. and accent our little white bits in here. Okay. I should have moved this board with all the ink on it. So I'm rolling around all my pencils in a pile of ink. Not a good idea. All right. Little leaves, huh? Gonna leave these pillowcases white, so I'm just going to add that in. Okay, some kind of pattern. Be easier if I had like a stamp, and I do have my little polka dotted stamp. I wonder if I could use that. Get a pattern in there. Number one, I have to find it. Okay, I have my little stamp, and I have some Memento ink in Paris Dusk. This is not something I recommend using in your coloring books for backgrounds or anything else. This will bleed through your paper. It's a dye ink, but it'll be the right color for this. And I'm going to use it. I put a piece of paper behind here. These are one-sided pages. The other side has already got a picture here on it. Don't know if you can see that. It's already bled through with the Copic, so I have no problem adding a little bit of this on the bed, and I'll pretend these are leaves. So I'm just going to use my little itty bitty stamp. It's a background stamp. They're tiny little dots. I'm going to put them on and place them on the bed. Try not to get the whole thing stamped on. Trying just to stamp one section of it so I can get those placed down without going all the way across the blanket. I'll have to try to go this way. because I put on the Holbein pencil on this, a water base ink that I usually use, the distress ink, would not sit on top of it very easily because those are really waxy pencils. In fact, this was going to take a little while to dry. There we go. I think that's probably good enough. I have to get that ink off this stamp. It's permanent. Okay, we're going to let that sit there and dry. It's going to take a while, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, it's pretty much dry. It might smear a little bit if I'm coloring, but that's not going to bother me much. I am going to have to darken this area here. And the waxy pickup you see is from the Holbein pencil. Go around the edges and darken them up. I wonder if I shouldn't put some of those little dots back here, but I don't want to wait for it to dry again. Okay, the fold over is just going to be this white color. So we're just going to blend in some brighter whites here. One for the puppy, one for the little tiny squirrel. And across where her body is in this fold here. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see if I bring in a dark blue. Tombow pen. And just add in a few more of these little dots. It's close to the other color. At least I can put them where I want them, right? We'll have to see that, how that dries. Okay. Still not crazy about the brown on the sleeves here, so I can do green. I don't know, I like the green idea. So we'll just go with the green that we have on here. I just have to double check which color is what. Okay, that's the... Okay, these two colors. These are the lightest colors. And I'm going to try to figure out which one's the lighter of the two. Yeah, yeah, they're not as light over here. Scribble them back on there. Except I think I'll use water this time. Is this one this one? Yeah, that one's not the right one. Not that one. I don't know how this book deals with water though. Well, we're fine here. We're just going to mix these two colors and go for it here. Yeah, it's going to be harder than I thought. We're going to switch to pencil. Those. I think earth green would look nice going on that. Might have to wait for it to dry. Let's see, because these are the same colors. Put a little earth green up here. Just grounding those leaves a little bit more. So they're dry. Still gonna wait for that to dry. It's hard to get that color there. Just on the edge of the page. Darken that area down here just a little bit by putting in a little bit of the chrome oxide green. Kind of bring that line back out and the line up. Same at the top, we're just going to trace over it. And bring some of that color down. And maybe we will bring in a little brown. So I'm going to bring a little bistre in here, just around first shadow. Back in the greens. And we're going to pull in the gray. I have a gray. Don't I have a gray pen out here? Yeah. Okay, and then white. Oops. Didn't mean to break that, but that's the way it goes. I hate it when they put stuff right on the edge of the paper. Not easy to work with. Just gonna lighten that one up a bit. Make sure we get a highlight underneath the cuff. Just gonna take a little green and cover up the white a bit. Don't want it with that white. Yeah, gotta be careful because I put water on that paper and it's gonna rip. There we go. Okay, I like the green ones. Okay, the background we're going to have to do. I'm just going to do it kind of like the other one over here, this kind of brown taupey look. Started a little bit here because I had to cover up that finger that I was messing up. My problem is I don't know if I can do it in Distress ink because I put down white pen, or the white Holbein over there in this area. And like I said, the white Holbein is waxy and it resists on Distress ink. So some of that will have to be done. It's kind of brown and then pinkish, I guess. So those two colors. Just going to do kind of a halo effect of those colors going around. I'm not going to do the whole page. One of these will work. So we're going to see what we can do with the Distress ink. This is Gathered Twigs we're going to start with. I got to check the color. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we're just going to go around the edges here very softly and pull it out. So when you load the ink, I'm going to load it on just one side. So I'm putting it down, just tapping it in on the corner edge here, the edge I'm going to use to draw, and then I just pull it out. I am not putting much pressure on this. You can always put more ink on. It's really kind of not the easiest thing to lift up. Gonna go up the branch here. Doing that will also cover up any areas that I did not get colored. Notice I've not put my pad back in the ink. I'm just using the ink that was on there to start with. You can see where the ink is not touching the wax pencil there, so I'm going to have to go around with a pencil and get in there. A nice ochre will cover that up. Okay, that's what I call a halo effect, and then I'm going to throw a little of the Victorian velvet into that. And we'll just use a different pad thing. Just add a little bit of pink in there. Just go over what you already put on. Let it come out if it wants to come out. Just let it mix. It'll bring in our hand color in there and just soften it up a little bit. These two colors are like my favorite. And maybe just a little more down here. Okay, and I'm sure now you can really see that color from what I did before. I can do one of two things. I can try to erase it and then put ink on it. But at the same time, I don't think that that's going to cover it as much as I think it will, because it'll still darken the other side of it. So I'm going to bring in a raw umber here, and I'm just going to darken this area with that. That one I'm going to have to try to erase. I will eventually get it to the right color. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to bring in Van Dyke Brown. Darken this just a little bit more around the fingers. Bring that color out. Hoping I can get this up here. I have to get the eraser out a little bit. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, is just keep working on it. I'll probably do that off camera so I can work on it a little easier without the camera running. One, and I can take my time doing it so I don't rush it. Just because of my thumb. See if we can get a little more of that out of there. And add in the brown. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take a picture of it when I'm all done. And I will show you how it ended up. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and then I will see you in another video. I may end up putting water splatters in here so I can adjust this to make it actually look like a water splatter, which is using the Holbein to make a white area. I've done this before. Bring that out a little bit and then take a darker brown, which I know is out on my desk. We'll use a little burnt sienna. Outline the area that we're bringing that down. Color in the bottom half. And let it be kind of a drippy thing. So I may end up doing that. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to leave it right now, and then I will finish the background and I will show you how it ends up. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm sorry I can't work on it anymore right now. So I'll just take a picture when it's done. Either that, or I'll put water on here, or I'll put little white dots. Who knows? But it'll be fixed when you see it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Take care, everyone. Bye now.